Hey everybody, waiting for everybody to come on. Very short notice this evening. Sorry guys. And I've got a bag of goodies here that I'm getting ready to open up. What I have in here is some of our new product, which is not what we're going to spend the balance of our evening talking about. But there's full coverage and sheer coverage. The full coverage is called Power Pout, and the sheer coverage is called Take a Hint. I picked these up over the weekend when I was in Orlando, having a fabulous time, if any of you followed along a little bit, at our LimeLight retreat, which was really incredible. Hi, Liz. I'm just waiting for other people to join. Usually I start 15 minutes late. Today I was only 5 minutes late. I'm sitting here in a raw, natural state. I am playing with our new lipsticks. They are not a lip palette. They're an actual lipstick. Trying to find which color I like best. One's full coverage, and one is a sheer tint. Here, Lizzie, I'll show you. It actually clicks. Can you see the detailing on that? This is one of our colors. It's a really pretty plum. It's very similar to, I think, number 6. Hey, Brett. I'm playing with lipsticks, Brett. We're actually coming out with a lipstick that isn't a palette. Nice, huh? And then what I love best about it, it clicks, which I think is so important. I get so tired of carrying lipstick and finding a, cap at the bottom of the purse. Not fun. Let's see, this is color 201. That's pretty. See if I can get that in there. Yeah, these are our shears. They're called Take a Hint. Once again, click. I'm so happy. I'm also very sleep deprived. Yeah, it was a 13-hour car ride. And then 95 was horrific. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of feeling that. Let's see. Hi, Michelle. Y'all didn't say anything about my hair. Do you see my hair? It's got red in it. Yep. I'm going red. A little bit at a time. Has anybody heard about carbon? What do they call it? Carbon. It's like a hair extension. Hey, Donna. All right, that's my shear. I'm just playing, Michelle. Waiting for people to hop on. Donna, I'm playing with the new lipsticks. They're actual sticks as opposed to the palette. They're coming out in October. Here, everybody gets to see again. Beautiful packaging. Very nice. Ugh, that must be hot red. They're color numbered. I have the colors written down somewhere. I'm looking a little red in my face tonight. Hi, baby. Yes, Sassy's back, that's for sure. I had the best time at that thing, and that's part of what we're going to discuss tonight. I find crowds fascinating. So I really wasn't with my team at all because I like to wander. That's pretty. Let's see what that looks like over this. Very smooth and non-sticky. Oh yeah, that's back. I have nothing on my face today. I have brows, sort of, and some eyeliner, sort of. Anyway, once again, the click. I see people are watching. Yeah, I was people watching, Brett. And I'll tell you something. I met some of the nicest women from throughout the country. And just interesting women, all with their own story. But I think what I liked best about this conference is that even though it was 9 to 5 every day, and that's grueling, all right, they were presenting, like, it was informational, and then there was skill building, and then there was, new product information. So there was balance to it. But what was really fascinating is that the first day they had Dr. Amy Johnson, who is a life coach. Like, that's a new business, life coaching. That's what I'm going to be when I grow up, is a life coach. Tell people to get a grip. Anyway, Amy Johnson, she's PhD, and she actually, her mentor was a woman by the name of, I think it's Martha Beck. Now, everybody goes, woo, Martha Beck, okay? And I'm like, I have no idea who Martha Beck is. Well, it turns out that Amy Johnson's mentor was Oprah's life coach. Now, I don't know what to say about that. I'm not a huge fan of Oprah, but I do like how Oprah tries to empower people, and I like a lot of the causes she's had. Oprah needs to figure out that relationship with Stedman, okay, to function effectively. Maybe it is effective. I don't know. But anyway, what she was talking about is the ability to balance in your life, and that you can be very driven, and you can be and if you're not driven, you can be purposeful, but you've got, hey, Janice, we're talking about Dr. Amy Johnson. She was one of the presenters this weekend. But you have to have balance. And she challenged us to think about, like, what gave us balance in our lives. And balance doesn't necessarily mean happy. It doesn't mean ecstatic, happy, everything's coming up roses. But it means, like, what do you do during those periods that are difficult to kind of correct the dynamic? Okay, knowing most of the time that women don't fully own the dynamic, that we tend to be fixers, we want to, make everything perfect, regardless of how autonomous we think we are. So, that was sort of like her gist, and it had to do with mindfulness, being able to, and this is hysterical, because with my situation, we're constantly preaching mindfulness, being able to recognize those visceral triggers that you have when something isn't going well, stress and anxiety. What does that look like? How to step away from it? How to respond appropriately without losing yourself, nor escalating. She also talked about being able to turn off, turn off from tech, turn off from family, not in a negative way, but just to get that breathing moment where you learn to regroup. Well, then she was followed by this amazing woman named Lynette Rydell. And she actually, this was the topic of her talk, is a book she's written. And she told a parable about this gal going to heaven, and I wouldn't say she's a religious person, but, the gal who went to heaven was going to be able to choose what table or in what room she was going to spend the rest of eternity. So she described these two rooms and how the person chose and everything else. And the bottom line is that we all have tables, and we have a work table. Sometimes we have a family table. We have a social table. And people are invited to sit at our table. And sometimes you have to sit there and say to yourself, okay, really? I keep having this person at my table because of issues like maybe negativity, inability to enhance, you know, how you feel and who you are. Not that we look, hey, Kimmy, not that we look to others for issues like self-esteem, exclusively look to others for self-esteem, validation, etc., etc. But those are important in relationships, okay? I want to feel validated. You want to feel validated. So if you have somebody, if you have a group of people at the table who, let's say, your life table, who create chaos, you know what? My jewels are on point again today, guys. Anyway, who create chaos or, you know, are undermining or just negative. Not that we all don't have negative, snarky moments. I mean, negativity and snarkiness can be a great outlet as long as you're able to regroup that. But there are people who we invite to sit at our table who don't really enhance the experience. And why do we do it? We do it out of loyalty. We do it because it's family. We do it because maybe we're married to them. We do it because maybe we gave birth to them. We do it because we have to work with them, etc., etc. So what she was saying is that sometimes you need to reframe that group. And depending on how you're feeling, okay, like let's say you're feeling a little negative, you had a disappointment at work, blah, blah, blah. Do you want the misery loves company? Oh, the nails are still good, guys. The misery that, loves company kind of dynamic? Or do you want somebody that lifts you up and stops you from pulling everybody down? So there are times in our life where we really have to look at that guest list and say, I need to push some of these chairs away. Not that you're disinviting, but I need to limit who is at my table, okay? And invite new people, to have that favored left-hand position, you sit at, or right-hand position. So it was really kind of fascinating. So while she was talking, and she has kind of an incredible history. She is a single mother. I met her son, who recently got married. She's, I don't know where she's from. I want to say she's from like the Midwest somewhere. But she's very stylish, dressed in black, very elegant, kind of short bob, kind of flipped, probably our age. And I was kind of like fascinated by this tremendous insight and by the fact that she gave us permission to push people away. And, the title of the book is The Art of Keeping Good Company. And she was talking about, you are judged by the company you keep. But more importantly, all right, you will judge yourself and become similar to the company you keep. So if you surround yourself with negativity and you surround yourself with people who are sort of like, como si, como sa, what the heck, I don't need to get that done, especially in a work environment. Or you surround yourself with people who don't enhance your experience, okay, to the point where you feel really good, it's time to change your guest list. I'm sort of blessed right now because I have people, all of you and many others in my life, who genuinely enhance that experience. There's people that I don't see anymore that were very close friends at one time. And, but there was negativity to it. So the other day, you'll love this. Okay, here comes a Holly story. You know it's coming. So the other day, it's really hot in Orlando. And we all know that my husband has a medical condition that when he gets hot, it's not a good thing. So they decide to spend 2 days at Universal. And they did great. They did absolutely great. Okay, until the very last ride on Saturday. My husband got on a roller coaster. Wait, after he was not happy with the guys because he tried to go through, I guess they wand them now, which is good. They wand him, okay? But he had change in his pocket. They made him take the change out and go to the locker. It's like, look, dude, you know the rules. You, of all people, being an intel, all right, and you're giving the guy a hard time, supposedly. I think the story was enhanced. Anyway, so long story short, they almost didn't let him get on the ride because he had nitro in his pocket. They point to the sign that says no heart patients. He's like, no, I'm good. Well, they let him on the ride, and on one of the dips, okay, I guess his glasses flew off. Okay? Lost in outer space. You know, he's a little vain. Okay. He has very nice eyewear, but these glasses go flying off. So I said to him, did they fly off your face? Because that's really hard to believe. And I'm trying to figure out how he has his Maui Jims on his face, but he's lost his regular glasses. He said, no, I stuck him in my shirt. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. So he basically had him clipped right to the front, like this, of a V-neck shirt, and he went up the thing, and woo, off they came. So anyway, all of a sudden that was going to make the entire day, okay? It was going to define the day. It doesn't matter if they had a great time, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter that he has insurance on the glasses. It doesn't matter that they were an older prescription, which he deliberately took, and he's got 5 other pair. No, this was going to define the day. So I looked at them and I go, let me explain something to you boys. I said, I heard a woman talk the other day. She's talking about keeping good company and who sits at my table. And unless you all can be positive, you all aren't coming to the table. You're not coming to the table during a normal week. You're not going to come to the table at Thanksgiving, and you're certainly not going to come to it at Christmas. So I would suggest you all get over your bad selves and let's move on. And believe it or not, they both looked at me astounded. Like, could they truly be astounded? All right. And then they started to ask me questions. Okay. And we talked about I said, you guys would have died because they're talking about all these things we've been talking about for years now. Being mindful, learning how to breathe. Immediately, Chris's face, big Chris goes, right? Because he hates it when I look at him and say, breathe, honey, breathe. But now I could look at him and say, Lynette Rydell says to breathe. Dr. Amy Johnson says to breathe. And now I'm telling you to breathe. So you can breathe, or I'm going to stick that CPAP thing over your face, and you'll never breathe again. Anyway, they've learned that I am going to take this book and make it my Bible. And once I delve into it, it's not big. It's not big at all. We're going to share some little snippets out of it. Oh, look, Janice, we're married to the same guy. But Janice, I got to tell you something. We are certainly not married. None of us in this link. Okay, we all have our problems. Okay, none of us in this link are married to some of the guys I heard about. Okay? Oh, yeah. I looked at this one gal, God bless her, and she's with a guy. I kid you not. She had a cleft lip and palate. Okay, it's been repaired, but you know, it's old school repair. So she's a little, you know, disfigured right here, but not bad. You know, you'd probably look at her, an uneducated eye would look at her and go, oh, her lip's a little funky. I guess maybe she got hit. I look at it and go, cleft palate. Okay, anyway, so she's telling me about her boyfriend who's with her. And I looked at her and I said, did you hear what Amy Johnson just said? And I said, dude, you need to lose that guy. And she was hysterical. So I guess at that point, you know, she was just happy that someone could look at that and make a little bit light of it because she was really sucking into the negativity, all this sort of smoke break. I'm like, really? Maybe I should go find my team because my director was number 2 in sales for the entire company, over 2,800 people, and everybody's doing the woo-woo-woo dance, okay? And I could have been doing the woo-woo-woo dance as opposed to talking to the woman with the crazy boyfriend. Anyway, do you guys want to hear about any product that's coming out? Come on, I need lots of thumbs up and loves and all this other stuff. Donna, do you like my hair color? I want a little red. What do you think? Donna, I see your little devil face right there. Oh, look. Is that because you want to hear about the product or what? Okay. So I was kind of intimidated, right? Because, thank you, Donna. There's a gal, a makeup artist named Lottie Star. Okay, I swear to God her name's Lottie Star. It's her real name, it's not a stage name. And she's done a collaborative collection with LimeLight. And I kept hearing about, oh, it's color, because, you know, we're pretty neutral. And it's brights, and it's this, that, and the other. And I was going, oh, my God. Because, you know, I came from a company that was all about the brights, and I wasn't sure how I was going to like this. So anyway, so up on, you know, and they start the presentation with this beautiful diorama of magazine covers and photos of her work. and it's to die for. I mean, you know, but it's avant-garde. You know what I mean? It's very over-the-top, avant-garde use of metals, like in the eyebrows and on the eyes, you know, to help sell a product. I mean, it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. And I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I'm so out of my league. Well, what she came to talk to us about was not only in addition to introducing the palette, but how to adapt some of these crazy colors. Like there's a lime green, there's a royal blue, there's a fuchsia red, etc., etc. But how to adapt these colors into everyday life without looking like you've lost your mind. And so it was really fascinating. So she actually had two women up. She does not like shimmer in the older woman. She is not a fan of metals, okay, even though she's used them, because that's what they wanted to see. And Brett, your order should be here soon. It's processed, and I think I saw that it's shipped. It's at a... Do you have a post office with a parcel holding place? I'm almost positive that's where it was, and I think it arrived on Saturday around 12 o'clock. Anyway, I'll PM you and let you know, because I've been watching you guys to make sure that your stuff is going out on time. Anyway, so Lottie got up there and she took two, you know, pretty girls, and she taught technique, which was kind of interesting. And we're going to go over a couple of those techniques in the next couple of videos. But there is a palette coming out. You're welcome, Brett. We called her Boogie in high school. You're welcome, Boogie. Anyway, there is this very, very bright palette, okay? And you can go crazy with it, or you can use it as eyeliner. You can use it as a little bit of an accent. The lip palette is very pretty. You can even use it on lips. Like if you're going to do something a little crazy, you can do, you know, lips with some of these colors. There's two or three enduring lip colors, and then two, 4, 5, 6. I think there's 6 palette. I'm almost positive there's 6 palette. I'll post a picture of it. It's in my video. If you look at the video I put up today, you'll see Lottie's collection. Okay, there is a picture of that in there. Sorry. I also met Todd Johnson, Dr. Todd Johnson, who is the inventor of One Drop Wonder. He describes himself as a geek, okay, because he's a chemist. He's one of the nicest men in the entire world. He's so real. These people were so patient, because you would have thought it was like Celebrity City. You know, everybody's got to get a picture with our CEO. Everybody's got to get a picture with her niece, Madison, you know, who's 24 and a marketing genius, and very real. I mean, she was telling a story about what drove her into the business. And of course, it was a story about the close family friend who died. And she was saying that I think it was a family member, it may have been her grandfather, said, "Your cross is glowing," and the cross was the family friend. It was the last gift she had given her, if I remember correctly. So it was a very, very poignant moment, and very unorchestrated, very genuine, very real, which is something that impressed me about everybody I met. You know, here's Lottie Star, who's doing makeup for everybody, and she's as real as they come. You know, she's telling you what she likes, what she doesn't like, you know, what she thinks works, what doesn't work, you know, age-based, etc. They're not sitting there trying to, you know, pump you up and make you go out there and push product that, you know, isn't going to work real well for the average woman, which I appreciate. Then Johnson was phenomenal, okay? As real as they come, posing for pictures, asking people, you know, what can we do? He solicits a ton of feedback from the beauty guides on, you know, where they've seen great success with the product. Some of it's MRSA, which is a problem in healthcare. If you go through the video, you'll see that some of those things are up there. Eczema is another one. It works real well on this scars. You know, there's been use on scars, which is huge, post-surgical. But just a really real guy, self-deprecating, funny, and very warm. Okay. But he had on a shirt that sort of intrigued me because there were tons of men, okay, who also had the same shirt on, because we do have beauty guides who are males. And it said the Men Pyar. Now we call ourselves the Fempire, Fempire. Then there's the Men Pyar. Well, there had been rumor that there was going to be a men's line coming out, and sure enough, okay, it's here. It'll probably be out in October. It is a facial scrub that has shell in it. It's all natural, that has shell in it to help exfoliate. It is a shaving cream, and it's an aftershave type moisturizer to help take care of, you know how the guys get that nubby thing. So everyone's very excited about that. So of course Michelle had the entire Men Pyar stand up, which is what the shirt was about, and introduced this line. So I'm pretty excited about it. Supposedly, I kicked my tripod, sorry guys. Supposedly, the smell is very organic-y, not in a bad way, not in a bad organic way, but in a way where the guys aren't going to smell like lemon and lavender. Okay, it goes back to our roots with all natural essential oils and natural elements like the shell, okay, in the cleanser that will appeal to men. Maybe a more woodsy type smell. They did a very, very large video on it, very artsy, very large, with the chemist talking about the ingredients and what they're used for. So you'll be seeing more of that coming up. So we did, let me see, we did Lottie, we did ODW, and we did the Men Pyar, and I told you about our new lipsticks. No more palette ladies. They're going forward with, if you also look, there's some holiday stuff. In that video, it's not everything, but there are some small groupings for the holidays. That'll be really, really nice. If you want to introduce somebody to the product, do some gift giving, etc., etc. But what I would recommend is give yourself a gift. Y'all need to read this book. We can read it together. We can have a book club. Wouldn't that be fun? And here's what she says on the back. I'm going to read this to you, and then I'll take any questions. Have you ever wondered why some people have ultra successful careers and healthy, happy relationships while others don't? Have you wondered why some people act as a magnet for good fortune while others attract what they don't want? Author Lynette Renee Rindell doesn't think it's a matter of luck. She believes the differences have to do with the company you keep and the lessons you teach those around you. The Art of Keeping Good Company offers an honest, empowering look at the role of personal responsibility and accountability for the choices we make in life. This inspiring book, and that's what I love about it, okay? It gets a little difficult when people say, well, you made your own mess, okay? Yeah, we all make our own messes, okay? But sometimes we need help cleaning it up. I want to be empowered. I don't want to feel like an idiot because I've made another mess. And I'm sure we've all felt like that. Maybe not, but I have several times in my life. It says, this inspiring book with a powerful message will help you gain deeper insight into who you are, what's important to you, and why you should surround yourself with the people you do. Okay, enjoy the discovery. And it is literally 75 pages long. And she even has quotes in here. And here's a list of the 10 table manners my own mother or my friends' mothers taught me, followed by the revamped versions I choose to abide by these days. Okay, here's one. Don't put your elbows on the table. How many times have we heard that? Seriously? How many times? She says, put your elbows on the table and lean in, because that means you're engaged, involved, and fully participating in the conversation. Another one, don't talk with your mouth full, thank the host, use your proper utensils. So she equates everything to the oh, help me think, to the rituals that we see during a dinner meal. Okay, who's there, who's not there, what the rules are, etc., etc. Brett, you can get a copy. Go to www.Lynette, Linnette, Reindel, Reindel.com. She had this here. I bought two. Okay, I bought one for my life coach because she'll love this lady, and I bought one for myself to hold on to. So it was $12. Best $12 I ever spent. It's cute. She's gracious. I think she may have self-published. It's just, yeah. And here's the parable of grace with the angel. Oh, can you see it? Can you read it? Oh, it's sort of whited out. That's the story she told about Grace being able to choose what she wanted. Any questions? Anybody have any product concerns? Are we all washing our faces and loving it? Look at this. Sleep deprived. I have 2 boo-boos. It's not pretty. I was sitting at the hairdresser today. I was like, oh my God, I've got a zip. What do I do? Mask of Zen. That's what I'll get ready to do. But you guys aren't going to see that because it's pretty nasty. Anything else, ladies? No? Give me some love. I'll see you guys later in the week. We're going to try out these lipsticks. Do you guys want to try out the lipsticks? No zits over here. Thanks, Janice. You know what this is from? Lack of sleep and dehydration. Yeah. Okay, so we do want to see the lipsticks later in the week. Kimmy, I had a blast. Although, did you guys see that 95 was shut down in Jacksonville on our way down? Oh, yes. For 6 hours, shut down in Jacksonville. So we had to go down Main Street in Jacksonville. Well, Main Street in Jacksonville is like not a good area. So I looked at a single wide, okay, and like a travel trailer in a trailer park that we were going past, and I looked at Christopher and I said, if you don't study hard, that's where you're going to end up because I'm going to buy you a trailer and dump it in there. He was hysterical. I mean, the boys had a blast. I had a good time. The hotel was very accommodating. The company was incredible. I mean, just really genuinely caring people. We even started, you did not live in a trailer, Janice. We even started, they rewarded the top 3 in the company. They've always wanted to, these 3 women are very dedicated to a foundation whose main mission is betterment. Okay. And they actually, the company donated $5,000 a piece so that these women could start the foundation for LimeLight that will help empower and enrich the lives of a number of products, or not products, but not-for-profits. So it's really kind of fascinating. Sylvia, you're going to have to watch the repeat. Actually, don't watch it, because I got you one of the things I'm talking about tonight. I did. I even had it personalized. It's so good. So Sylvia, don't blow the surprise, okay? But anyway, that's where we're at. We're at a good place. I feel very balanced. Chris is traveling. It's Christopher and I here. We head off to Atlanta this weekend. Tracy will be here watching the dogs. And you've got me. Maybe I'll take you guys to a dog show with me. That could be interesting. But my primary thing is to go see my best friend's daughter, who I haven't seen in a while. And she moved down to Atlanta from Northern Virginia a year ago. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is having a good time and looking at Affenpinchers and little Ewok kind of dogs, and things will be good. But anyway, we'll do lipsticks maybe tomorrow night. And because there's like 7 of them. You guys really want to watch me putting 7 lipsticks on? We know that it can be bad. No, I'm going for Affy's, Janice. Anyway, and we'll put everything together and life will be good. And I will see you guys later. Okay? Bye.